Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the new Tapu Bulu with a Nature's Madness in the Open Ultra League. Ultra League is still available, so we're gonna take a look at this Pokemon here today as we're gonna try desperately to get Grass Knot on this thing. And honestly, what can I say? I did not really expect a lot about this team, or like in general about this Pokemon. Actually, I think this team is actually great for this Pokemon. We can talk a little bit about why I think this team is great as well. But Tapu Bulu, a Pokemon that you don't really see in the Open Ultra League anyway, but honestly it has so much potential. The typing is great. The new move Nature's Madness is great in order to just guarantee a defense drop onto the opponent. It is just really great. And you're gonna see it as well. More say tomorrow I'm going to make a video about this Pokemon in the Open Master League. This Pokemon has an insane typing for what it can do. It is very unique. You can have it in Whimsicott as well with the Grass and Fairy typing. But you can counter most of the meta in the Open Ultra League and in the Open Master League because there are quite a lot of Water-type Pokemon. There are quite a lot of Dragon-type Pokemon in the Master League as well. You have Water and Dragon-type Pokemon in Palkia. But this thing itself has so much potential. It is so wild on how strong this Pokemon is. Here, by the way, this game was kind of annoying because I should have got this Nature's Madness off because the opponent needed one turn to swap out, and here they deny my fast move. This completely changed the game. If I got the Nature's Madness off, which I should have been able to do with them swapping out in the timing there, I would have won this game, and if I got the extra Incinerate in there, I would have most likely won the game as well. So this should have been a win, which it is not going to be here because I'm going to have to call the Disarming Voice, which the opponent doesn't have to go for anymore. But just because the game was, I don't know, I honestly didn't know what was happening there. We're going to lose this one, but this should have been a win for sure if the game would have been normal. Next opponent, we're going to have a great lead again. Look at this, Tapu Bulu against a Steelix. This is absolutely amazing because you can double resist the fast move, and yeah, Psychic Fangs is the best move they can go for. But our backline, if you can take a look at this, is going to be even better against the Steelix. So swapping out into our Feraligatr, just going to allow us to hit them with some super effective damage here, which is going to be lovely. Them swapping out into the Giratina is basically exactly on how this team is going to supposed to work, and we can talk a little bit about the team here now as well. By the way, this video is going to be a little bit shorter because I have crazy queue times, which we can talk about as well here, as I am super high up in the elo board, I want to say, in the leaderboard right now. So this team actually climbed me even higher. You mostly see it in the title as well, but we are like over like top 100, top 200 or whatever right now in the world, which is kind of wild. And if I mostly finish the set that I'm currently in with this team, I would be even higher up as well in the elo because I'm currently 2-0 with this team in the set that I'm currently in. But yeah, this team itself was amazing. You have the lead of Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu is the best answer for Ampharos. Like, take a look at Ampharos moveset. You have Electric type Volt Switch, resisted. Brutal Swing, resisted. Trailblaze, resisted. Thunder Punch, resisted. Focus Blast, resisted. And Zap Cannon, resisted. Everything is resisted. And then you have Dragon Bolt, which is double resisted, which nobody is playing, but it is what it is. So basically, your backline, double weak to Ampharos. Ampharos is still kind of common, and your lead is literally the perfect answer, and so it is such a great team to use. You can perfectly set up the Talonflame to sweep basically with this team. You have an answer in the lead for Water-type Pokemon. You have a Say-Swap of a Water-type Pokemon that can bait out other Water-type Pokemon like the Poliwrath, for example. And it's just like so well working out together, and it's like such a great team to use. So if you want to have some fun with Tapu Bulu in the Ultra League, try this team. Like, honestly, it goes crazy positive in high up leaderboard elo range, so most are going to be working out a little bit lower as well. But of course, we have to say as well that I had quite a lot of very decent leads, but this is also kind of the just nature of Tapu Bulu. Like, there are a lot of Pokemon that are great leads for you, so like it's kind of natural that you're going to encounter quite a lot of great leads for this Pokemon. Here, I'm going to be able to only get to one fly most likely. Exactly, they can knock me out. I'm going to let this move go through. There's no reason for me not to do this, as the Dragon Claw is going to knock me out here. We can go ahead and go onto the Tapu Bulu, and we can go for the Nature's Madness again. Still kind of sad that this move doesn't have an animation yet, but it is what it is. At least, I don't know, like hopefully you're gonna get an animation eventually. But we gotta drop the defense of the opponent and putting them with us into farm down range for Shadow Claw. Here, I'll let the first move go through. Here, it's a guessing game if they're running Brutal Swing and Play Rough or Brutal Swing and Overheat. But we can kind of, eliminate the kind of risk here for us because we can use a shield here, but what you're gonna see is that the opponent is going to decide to swap out eventually. We have a little bit of lag here as well, by the way, during most of the battles. Don't know what was really happening, but it is what it is. But as you can see here, them swapping out into the Giratina, allowing us to go for an Ice Beam, which is going to take the knockout against them as well, which is going to be great. But we can swap out into the Tapu Bulu, and this does something here, because they're forced to go ahead and go either for the Play Rough, which most likely doesn't knock us out, or the Overheat, which drops their attack by 2 stages, and with this our Feraligatr is going to be a wall to them, and we can just farm them down and we can move on to the next opponent. Next opponent coming through, Giratina in the lead. What a surprise, and again a very great lead for us, and it's even going to be better as it's going to be the Dragon Breath version. But it is not over, as the opponent is swapping out into a Talonflame. This is going to be a little bit of a tough matchup. Great call by them though, as we are going to go ahead and go for the Nature's Madness. I expect them to overfarm by a little bit, but they actually didn't, which is then my mistake by not going for the charge move immediately and saving up my shields, but it is what it is. We can still try to go ahead and farm up extra energy. Of course, against Giratina, we still have access to the move Ice Beam, which is going to do super effective damage against them. So, in comes Giratina again. We can go for the Ice Beam. We can go for the super effective Shadow Claw damage as well with our Shadow Feraligatr. And as you can see here, Ice Beam coming through, going to do some decent damage. It is what it is. But yeah, again, like this video is going to be sadly a little bit shorter because of me having to wait 5 minutes for a battle. That's what I wanted to say, because of the elo I am at right now, and because most people are not running the Ultra League but running the Jungle Cup, so that's why I didn't really want to wait too long, because it's already 2 AM in the morning. But if you enjoy this showcase, I would really appreciate if you leave a like and subscribe. We're getting super close now to the 75,000 subscribers, and then we're like 3/4 away, like in basically for the 100k. I really want to hit 100k on YouTube. It would be like literally my dream. But here we're gonna see basically the only way of winning this game still for us is going to go for a full farm run against that Charizard. But Charizard is kinda awkward for us to deal with. I should have used the shield on the first move, to be fair. Was kinda an obvious blast burn, but it is what it is. Good game to the opponent. Not a lot that I can do with the Tapu Bulu against 2 fire and flying type Pokemon. Next opponent we're going to encounter, look at this, another Giratina. Honestly, like I have to say, I had great leads with this Pokemon for sure. Especially Dragon Breath Giratina is going to be even better for us. But this opponent is, honestly, I have to respect him. He is kind of a funny one. We're going to be able to go for Nature's Madness, going to be able to get them kind of low. 2 Nature's Madness, easily going to take a knockout against the Giratina. And as they stay in here, and as I go ahead and use a shield here, I am fairly certain they have a move here in the back that we all kind of know and love, but I kind of wanted to have like a little bit of fun here, and so I'm going to let it hit it. It is going to be the Shadow Force. I expected it. Like, it's not that I'm like super surprised about it, because they farmed up like 10 years and they used a shield against Nature's Madness, which doesn't make sense at all unless you have this move. So I still kind of want them to have a little bit of fun here as well. I'm not going to go all out try-harding at all, as you can see here, even though I'm climbing up in high up a leaderboard range here. But as you can see, the opponent's going to go for a Body Slam spam. That's going to be a little bit of a tough one to still win. Body Slam coming through, we can go for the Fly though. Fly going to allow us to just go for another fast move and hopefully farm them down. Hopefully they don't get to another Body Slam, but I am fairly certain they are going to be able to do so, and they will be able to do so. And so we are forced to use a shield, but this game is not over. We still have a lot of options here, unless they're going to have a Tentacruel in the back. That is going to be a little bit of an issue here, as Fly is coming through, which is lovely for me, honestly. Like, the opponent definitely like made me a favor there with that, because it's going to be the hardest hitting move that's going to hit them. But we can let this move go through, expecting the Acid Spray here. We called this one. We have a lot of lag here, which is kind of annoying. Did not really impact me though, like it just like felt very clunky playing this game today. But Hydro Cannon coming through, going to be able to get them low. But also, if you want to see, by the way, the team that got me so high on the leaderboards as well, made a live stream today about the team. This is the current rank 1 in the world team that I used there as well. Forgot to actually name the person in this live stream, which kind of was sad. But if you take a look at the legend teams that I uploaded today as well, his name is in there as well. So at least I gave some credit there, but I saw like one comment who was like, oh, kind of sad they didn't give credit for this. I'm totally agreeing with that as well. It was just kind of unfortunate for me that I had a lot of stress before the stream today. So sorry about that as well. But yeah, shoutouts to Nico Paradise for the video earlier on, or like the stream earlier on for that team. That got me a 17-3 streak. So like if you need another Jungle Cup team, definitely check that one out. But otherwise, we're gonna take a look here also at this matchup with Cresselia against us. Grassnode is coming through. This is where the opponent really messed up, but this also kind of showcases the power of Shadow Feraligatr. Look at this. We're going to be able to get one shield here. We're going to be able to get another shield immediately afterwards, but I think the opponent thought, oh yeah, they're just literally at 2 Hydro Cannons, but no, we were not. And so we can go ahead and go for another charge move. They tried to farm us all the way down, and so we got not three shields. Definitely we got 3 shields here. We got 2 shields, and we got the realignment, which the opponent was like, yeah, this game is over. Next opponent, final one for today, we're going to have a Cresselia in the lead, which is going to be lovely. We're going to swap out here because our backline is going to be better. And here, this game was one that I really misplayed, But this was a weird one. Like, let's take a look at this one together, because that was like, I don't know, like this was definitely not worth that high up in terms of the Elo range for both of these players here. He uses a shield on the Ice Beam, that's totally okay for me. Still, I found this kind of interesting that they use a shield here, because they're also going to go ahead and use a shield now, which is not a bad play in general. Like, it's a super effective Ice Beam from a Shadow Feraligatr, so like it's not a bad idea to shield up a move like this. But here, for example, I could have went for the Hydro Cannon. I don't know why I didn't do this. Like, this is a silly play by me. Like, this is not really worth it. Because, like, for me, I would have put them into range for one Nature's Madness, which would have been lovely, but I didn't. And so that was a silly one for me. I don't know why I tried to go for an Ice Beam, but it was not worth it at all. And I kind of lost the energy with that, which is kind of annoying. But otherwise, yeah, I was able to catch a move. Well, let's see what move I was able to catch. It was a Future Sight, which I don't really enjoy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have to go ahead and go for a Flame Charge anyway, but I'm going to force also to use a shield here, because Future Sight would knock me out, of course, from that range. And so Flame Charge coming through, that's going to be great for me, but it's still not really going to be a great game for me. But luckily the opponent still survives with just a slither of health here, as I will be able to just go for another fast move, get some extra energy. And with this, we can go ahead and go for a double fly against Giratina, and we are buffed. And so this is going to do quite some damage, but honestly, maybe one fly would have been enough as well at this point, because we might have put them already in the range for Nature's Madness from our Tapu Bulu. But we're still gonna go for another one, because why not? We can just fly very high. So the opponent makes an interesting call here by going for the charge move instead of swapping out as well. Like, swapping out would make a lot of sense, because they have quite a lot of energy on their Mandibuzz, which they're going to swap into now. And with the energy that they have, what do they decide to go for? They decide to go for a Snarl, and a Snarl, and a Snarl. Like, maybe they try to give me the win here, I would imagine, because, like, I don't really understand what they try to do here. But I will take that victory, because they have nothing they can really do here anymore, as they give me another free fast move, which allows me to go for another Nature's Madness, and Tapu Bulu is just saying thank you for that. And so we're going to be able to win this game fairly easily. You're going to have another review for this Pokemon for the Open Master League tomorrow, so stay tuned for this. But look at this, high up on the leaderboard with that rating, so definitely great team here to use. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.